Part 6, My Success Story. Hi, it's Crystal again. Today we have reached the final part of this series. I've told you about my fears, my struggles, and the exercises and habits that helped me. But now I want to share with you my success story, how I finally went from understanding English but being too afraid to speak to feeling confident and comfortable in real conversations. When I first started, I felt small and shy. I remember the first time I met tourists in my city. They asked me for directions in English. I understood everything they said, but my mind went blank. I was too afraid to answer. I just pointed with my hand and smiled nervously. After they left, I felt so disappointed in myself. I thought, Crystal, you understand, but you cannot speak. Maybe you will never speak well. But I didn't give up. Every day, I practiced in small ways. I shadowed podcasts. I described my world. I recorded myself. I did all the little daily exercises I told you about. At first, it felt slow. Sometimes I thought, nothing is changing. But I remembered my dream and I kept going. One of the first big moments happened at work. My company had a meeting with some international clients. My boss asked me to join because I understood English well. I was nervous, but I sat in the meeting. At first, I only listened. But then one client asked a simple question about our project. Everyone looked at me. My heart was beating so fast, but I took a deep breath and said one sentence in English. Then another, and another. Suddenly, I was speaking. Not perfectly, but clearly. When the meeting finished, my boss smiled and said, "Good job, Crystal." I will never forget that feeling. After that, I started using English more. I joined an online speaking club once a week. At first, I was scared to turn on my microphone. But when I finally did, people were kind and patient. They listened. They didn't laugh at my mistakes. That gave me confidence. Slowly, I began to enjoy conversations. Another big moment was when I traveled abroad for the first time. I went to London. I remember standing in a cafe and ordering coffee in English. The barista smiled and understood me. It was such a simple thing, but I felt so proud. I thought, this is it. I can do it. I can really communicate in English. Of course, my English is still not perfect. Sometimes I forget words, sometimes I make mistakes. But now I don't feel afraid. I know that communication is more important than perfection. People understand me, and that is what really matters. Looking back, I see that my success was not from one big step, but from many small steps. Practicing every day, staying consistent, building habits, enjoying the process, and remembering my why. These are the things that changed my life. So, my message to you is this: if I can do it, you can do it too. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until your English is perfect. Start speaking now, even if it's just one sentence, even if it's just to yourself in the mirror. Every small step brings you closer to fluency. I want to thank you for joining me in this journey, and I hope my story has given you motivation and hope. Remember, your voice matters. Your story matters. And English can be the bridge to connect you with the world. So keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and never give up. One day, you will look back and say, just like me, yes, I can speak English confidently. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you the best on your English journey.